Hey, what's up? This is Stefan. I'm here just to show you a little bit what I'm making music with in the old production studio at my house. It's basically starting off. I've got a 12-track mixing board right here, your old desks. Basically just use this to monitor all my sounds. This basically goes out of this into an EQ into my amp, and that's what you're hearing out the monitors when you do hear it. I like this set up a little bit better than most. I just like having an actual board where I can get my hands on. Down here in my rack, I have all my interfaces for one of my computers. It's the Solo C sound there at the bottom. Above that's EQ. Above that, I have my amp. Above that, I have a dB meter. Above that, there's a power conditioner, and right there is a M16. That's the interface unit for my digital mixer. And then above that, it's just a little rack light there. And then I have my two computers. I run two AMD Athlons. This one right here is the newer one. It's the older one. They both run about the same spec, 64 dual cores with 6 gigabytes of memory. 2 gigs of memory. Right here, I just have my digital mixer. That's a great digital mixer. I had a TMD 1000 for a few years. That went bad on me. Found this mixer, been in love with it ever since. Has tons of effects. It also has an acoustic monitor control so that you can actually hook up a mic, and it actually sends out a signal. The signal is then brought back into the unit, and it uses that to adjust the EQ for your sound settings for your room. Over here I've got a couple sound monitors. I have the Event 2020 at the bottom there. Then I also have the Heffler Heffler M5 reference monitors. Pretty good. I've had those for a while. They work great. Down here I have an Alesis Air Effects. Pretty crazy. It's kind of like a theremin in a way. It's just basically an effects processor. You wave your hand over it, and it changes the sound of whatever you have it routed through. I basically route these to my return ins and sends, or my return and sends, and that way I can use it with everything else that I have in here. Down here I just have a Zoom 323 drum machine. Great for making simple drum patterns and shit like that. Use it quite often. Works pretty well. Over here I have a 25 key X board EMU. Basically use this for controlling all of my software parameters, and just for playing some simple notes. And up here I have my larger synth / MIDI controller. Real good for just basically playing down simple keys and notes and whatnot. Over here I have a QY70 sequencer and module unit. That's a basic sequencer. I started making music on that many years ago. Still love it. Still works good. Still use it. And then right here I have my new Launchpad. It's fairly new. They've been out for a couple years now, I guess. It's great for launching clips inside of Ableton. Really simple. You just push the button, whatever clip you have actually on there. It's laid out just how it looks on there. See the 4 clips right there? 4 clips right there. Squeeze it, and it fires whatever that clip is that you want right there. Great for making music. Very simple, very easy. Great thing about this is you can also control it as a mixing board too. It's not the simple. It's not the best mixing board because it's not relative to the actual sound. It goes up in increments. It's not exact, is what I should say. Makes for a good cutoff switch though. So you can just bring it in and out. That's the Launchpad. On the other side of the Launchpad, I have a BCF 2000. This basically controls all the parameters inside of your software. One channel right here, and kill that channel. Second channel. And if you're inside of your software, for instance, if I come into my software, I'll pull down level 1 on the BCF, you'll also see it go down. What's also nice about that, it being MIDI, my launchpad also controls the volume in the software, so of course it's going to control the volume in the BCF. So if I pull down this here, then it also affects the BCF and vice versa. I don't know, it's good, I like it. I'm a visual kind of guy too, so there it goes. There's that. For the monitors, I've got a couple 22-inch monitors for seeing what I'm making. And over here is just a smaller 19-inch widescreen. It's basically for analyzing what's coming into my unit, so when it's recording. Top there, just got a spectrum, so you can see what's going on. Of course, I've got my condenser mic on a kind of Jimmy Riggs stand. Need that in front of me so when I'm laying down samples, and of course the pop screen to keep out all those nasty pops. Then onto the desk here, just got a couple foot switches that are controlling some more parameters inside my software that I use, and also one is an effects processor which I use with one of my synthesizers just to kind of give a little bit more elements to what it can do, distortion, whatever you want, walls, reverbs at the push of your foot. And then I have a Sony subwoofer under there. I don't know if you can even see that, but gotta have those lows, and that's where I get them from. The software I'm using, of course, is Ableton Live 8. It's great software. I've been using Ableton pretty much since it came out. I'm sure I'll keep on using it on these other monitors here. As you can see, these two monitors on the left hand side and to the right hand side of the middle one are connected, and that's one PC. That's running right now as Wave Labs, and that's where I like to do some of my analyzing work inside of it when I'm looking at sounds and whatnot. And that's one of the layout screens showing you exactly what's going on inside of whatever you're listening to. These computers are linked together basically through Wi-Fi cards. On both of them, PCI Wi-Fi cards. With that, I'm able to put a couple different programs, software programs on my computers. One is going to be Synergy, which allows you to use one keyboard, one mouse with two separate computers, which, I don't know, is pretty nice when you're making music, so you don't have to worry about having two mouses on hand, which is a drag. And of course you have to have your keyboard to do all your simple editing and whatnot. And that's basically my setup right now. I do have more types of software. I use a Reason, and also use Cubase, SX, and Melodyne, SoundForge, a bunch of other stuff. Yep, so here's basically just a look of what it looks like when you walk into the room. Fairly decent size. I mean, it's nice to just sitting there. It's all you pretty much need. Starting out making music, I used to have so much shit. Had to get rid of half of it because it's just, why carry all that shit around all the time? Yeah, you really don't need it with all the software that you have nowadays that can actually duplicate half the shit that you have in a rack. I'm not gonna say it's gonna sound exactly like it, but damn close. So there's just a little look of the home studio, production studio. Thanks for watching, and peace out.